Peace and blessings, family. Sister Ajali, I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out. I'm going to play a little bit of music to welcome everybody to a very important live with my king, Brother Z. So I appreciate you being here, everybody who is gathering. And oh, that's right, I got a I got a DM Brother Nubian because he asked me to do that. So let me do that and play some nice, beautiful, pleasant music in the meantime for your enjoyment.
Maybe you don't know what to do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. This love you give, can't be replaced. So come now, what to do? That's my mind. I want you, please you, any way I can. I want you in my world, don't you understand? Love is one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Love is one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a good feeling all day long. Inside out, and my heart's beating. Ain't no one else. You're all I need. Personality, everything you do. It's me to love, everything but you. That's why, that's why, tonight, show you that you need. I'm taking you, baby, believe. Love is mine. You're down. You give me a really good feeling. Your love, goes on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long. It's not better than you feel. It's not better than you stay. I know that I can make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to get away. Come to get you over everything. All I wanna hear is my day. Staring next to you. Go through anything you need. I swear it's gonna keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one making love. My how you come out of yourself. Full time if you're not. We can get away. From she's free to do something okay. Oh, you wanna hear.
Peace and blessings, family. Anybody who has gathered, peace, beloved sister Daphne Ken. And anyone who is gathering, it is wonderful to have you. We're here to talk to you. We're not here to talk to a crowd. So this is for me, in my conclusion, it's a very, very important live, a healing live to move us to the let's see what you say. You sure need, oh, that's so good. We all need this right now, definitely, because you have to be dead to not be affected by all the stuff that our foe is sending out in the world. These are definitely troubling times. And thereby we need a touchstone, some place to gather and come to fortify our ability to remain sane in the face of an insane opponent. All right. So greetings to everybody who gathers. And yeah, I know it's going to be healing. I'm going to be doing more listening than talking. That's for sure.
Sure.
I think so, King. I think so.
Peace, family. We just want to drop in right quick and drop these jewels on you. Now, I want you to go up on there into your Google DuckDuckGo search.
Ooh, okay.
And just type in anxiety.
I certainly will.
You can take him off of there.
Yeah. Let's see now.
Anxiety.
Yeah, definitely. Anxiety.
You spelled that right the first time. Good for you.
I'm a nerd.
Yeah. Hit that Wikipedia entry. Anxiety.
Right here?
Right
here? Okay.
Yeah. Open it up on Wikipedia.
I don't know how to open it up on the Wikipedia.
Just hit the link at the bottom. It says Wikipedia. Hit right there.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Blow that up. Blow it up.
I'm blowing it up.
Blow it up.
Yay.
All right. This is one of our subjects. All right. And it all starts with this anxiety. All right. People don't know a lot of people don't know what anxiety is. That's why I put the definition up, right? This is what the European says. Anxiety is an emotion characterized by an unpleasant state of inner turmoil and includes subjectively unpleasant feelings of dread over anticipated events. It is often accompanied by nervous behavior such as pacing back and forth, somatic complaints, and rumination. Anxiety is a feeling of uneasiness and worry, usually generalized and unfocused as an overreaction to a situation that is only subjectively seen as menacing. It is often accompanied by muscular tension, restlessness, fatigue, inability to catch one's breath, tightness in the abdominal region, and problems in concentration. Anxiety is closely related to fear, which is a response to a real or perceived immediate threat. Anxiety involves the expectation of future threat, including dread. People facing anxiety may withdraw from situations which have provoked anxiety in the past. Now type in depression.
Okay. Let's get depression.
You put that right there in Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, well.
Yeah. We're going to do this. Just want to get started.
Let's see.
Go on Wikipedia. That's why I say just stay in Wikipedia is better.
Okay, let's see. Wikipedia. Let's see if I
just type wiki next to it.
Oh, okay. Wiki. Oh, there it. Oh no, that isn't wiki.
There you go. Depression.
Oh, Great
No,
Depression. No, that's not what we
It
want.
was right there at the top.
Major depressive
No,
disorder.
go up further.
Depression,
Right there, hit
mood.
that one,
Okay.
yeah. Depression is a state of low mood and aversion to activity, classified medically as a mental and behavioral disorder. The experience of depression affects a person's thoughts, behavior, motivations, feelings, and sense of well-being. The core symptom of depression is said to be anhedonia, which refers to loss of interest and loss of feeling of pleasure in certain activities that usually bring joy to people. Depressed mood is a symptom of some mood disorders, such as major depressive disorder. Dysthymia? What's that?
Dysthymia.
Dysthymia.
I've never seen that word
It is a
before.
normal temporary reaction to life events. All right. Boom. Cut that off.
Okay.
All right. You can leave it. Actually, you can have left that up there.
Okay.
All right. But this is what we're dealing with here, friend. Well, we all know what suicide is. Taking the ones of one's own life. All right. But when I say anxiety and depression and suicide, this is a trail. This is a path. All right. One can lead to the other, causing major problems for you and your family and your loved ones. That's what we're dealing with. Now, a lot of people are not going to be here today because we ain't talking about a celebrity. All right. We ain't talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. We ain't talking about no court case. We ain't talking about adrenochrome, none of that dumb shit. We ain't talking about none of that stuff. We talking about stuff that affects you every day. And for some reason, the stuff that affects people every day, nobody want to hear about, and that's the shit that's kicking your ass. The things that's destroying your life is what you deal with every day, and nobody wants to come out and listen to that. But you want to hear about celebrity gossip. You want to hear about nonsense. See, that shows you that we are being manipulated. All right. Your ideas are being manipulated. Your focus is being manipulated. Then things that are important to your life and your family, you're not running to. You're running to stuff that's inconsequential. Thus, we have a lot of what? Anxiety and depression. You know what I'm saying? Because you're running from reality. Right. You're running from reality. Thus, you have a lot of anxiety and depression. Everybody has it to one level or another. You know what I mean? Some have it more extremely where it's noticeable and it affects their ability to perform in day-to-day life. Some people don't have it as much, but everybody has it in one degree or another. The point I'm trying to make, anxiety and depressions are not mental diseases. They are emotions. All right? They are moods. Depression is a mood, right? Moods are emotions. All right? So if you talk to any therapist about anxiety and emotion, they're going to talk about mental illness. No, it's not a mental illness.
Or dysfunction, mental dysfunction.
Exactly. It's not mental at all. It's mood. It's emotional instability. All right. So what is the root of our emotional instability that's causing so much anxiety, depression, and God forbid, suicide? One issue is characterized as reward deficit disorder. That means that this is a person that lacks the feeling of reward from life itself. Day-to-day life provides them with no real feeling of reward or no feeling of benefit, or so they think. All right. So value. They have exactly. They don't see the value in it
of themselves, even
exactly of life, of their lives. Exactly. They don't see the value in their lives. All right. So they suffer from a reward deficit disorder. That's a classification these human beings have. So they know about this. See? Now, who's the least rewarded people in this society? All right.
I don't have to think too long about that one.
Who has the least amount of reward given to them in this society for anything?
For the most effort.
All right. All right. Reward deficit. That's called being a Negro in America. Already you got a reward deficit because you are at the bottom of everything. Right? There's no reward for that. All right. You suffer from a deficit, even though you consciously might not know it, but subconsciously you know these things. You don't see yourself anywhere. All right. You're not getting praise for being anything but like somebody else. all the praise we give each other as original people is for acting like another people, generally.
Mm.
All right? Oh, he talks so well. Well, like who?
Right.
All right? He's so good in school. Whose school?
Mm.
All right? Look what he's achieved. Look what he bought. From who? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we got a serious reward deficit problem here.
Right.
See? Now, as you get people, now some people will respond differently to it. But you got to understand that a young person's emotional stability is much different than an adult, hopefully. All right? That you have to understand. A young person's emotional responses are different than adults. So they're going to be more extreme in whatever they do, however they respond to this reward deficit disorder.
Right.
All right? I'm just using some clinical terms, but I mean, we know what we're talking about. We're talking about the lack of having any appreciation for being Black or Aboriginal and the gifts that you've given to the world. All right? All that is dismissed.
Wow.
All of that is generally dismissed. You know what I mean? Other than Black History Month, which is just the celebration of what Negroes did under slavery in the United States of America.
Right. Still looking for acknowledgement.
You're looking for acknowledgement from a society where will never acknowledge you. You will never get a reward in this society for your situation.
Right.
Right. So that causes a mental conflict. All right. Which will express itself as an emotional disorder. What is your mental conflict? I'm Black. I'm unappreciated. Oh my God. Am I hunted? You know, we teach everybody, all these youth, they hunted, you're hunted, you're hunted. They got all that stuff going on.
Yeah.
Because we scare the hell out of our youth.
Yeah, we really are.
All right, with this nonsense, you're hunted, they're trying to kill you, back up. Yeah. One's trying to kill us and not necessarily those they tell us trying to kill us. But that's a whole nother story as we see.
Right.
All right. But the point is that, we fill our children up with dread and anxiety in the name of protecting them. That's not going to work. Right? You can't fill somebody with dread and anxiety and expect them to perform properly. It's not going to happen. All right? Especially when you understand that your whole media platform, which is called the news, cable TV, social media, is designed to feed the populace up with fear, feed the populace fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Yes, constantly.
All right? They're constantly being fed a meal of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You can't double it at home and think you're going to have a functional child. Or you're going to have a functional adult. This is affecting children and adults. You're seeing it more in our children now because they are more exposed and they are not as well. They're not as sheltered. We were more sheltered when we were coming up.
And there was a grounding of a certain order.
Certain things just were appropriate and inappropriate. But now we got all this thing. It wasn't so much a environment of do as you feel when we were coming up. Do as you feel. If you feel it, it's good. It's you.
Yes.
Express
you
yourself.
Be anything. You could be a table if you want
Share
to.
your truth. This is your truth. We didn't have all that coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of that truth you couldn't share because you get smacked up in the head.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
You knew.
What you say? What? You know what I'm saying? That's not what we have in here. All right. So now that they've been encouraged to share their emotions as opposed to study and understand reality, which is two different things.
Right.
All right. Because your emotions do not have to reflect reality. As we show, anxiety does not necessarily reflect reality. It affects it reflects your perception of a reality, which can be wrong.
Right. Exactly.
Right? And it can also be an extreme reflection of what you perceive as a threat or you perceive as making you insecure.
Right.
All right. So the anxiety, which is an emotion, overcomes you. All right. It causes what? Adrenaline, heartbeat, pacing, energy.
Not pleasant
feelings, nervousness. Use a lot of energy. All right. It's almost a high.
Oh, it's some kind of
Yeah,
feeling,
it's
like you have
almost a high.
children
Remember,
who seek
is
attention,
it-
even if it's bad.
remember, anything that happens with the body is biochemical. It's creating something in your body, chemical reactions in your body that you can become addicted to.
Wow. Mm.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Don't we take this body for granted.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Y'all niggas be looking at the iPhone 13. Oh, this thing is beautiful. It's perfect. No, you perfect. That's just a phone.
Mm.
There's no creation. There's nothing they've made that's more perfect than you already. What's more perfect in creation than you, the human being? All right. On automatic. Think, build, raise families, build communities, build cities, build organizations. All right.
Right. iPhone ain't never going to
organize millions of people for their common goals in a culture. All right. Well, they ain't no iPhone perfect like that. Come on. It's like it, but they got, but that's part of the miseducation we have. We looking at these things as being so great and yourself so little. All right. So that's going to cause what? That appreciation or that reward deficit disorder.
Right.
Because the human is devalued.
Right. And you're thinking
Your
the
human-
producer of these things
Yes.
is you can't survive without them, and they have no value.
That's what
for
you're
you.
dealing with right now. You've been devalued. People sending me videos all the time of these cats at the World Economic Forum. We're going to the human is going to be we're not going to need humans soon. We're going to make better humans, and
it's going to be
it's going to be new this.
Yeah.
We're going to improve this, and they're going to be perfect. And if you can't keep up, then you're going to be discarded. And that's what these rich folks have been telling you. This is what they talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They lying.
Thank you.
They lying. They can't do it. They're full of shit. They're liars. They pop buco crap. That's all they doing. To what? Cause fear, uncertainty, and doubt in you.
Right.
See? They can't do it. Tell them to build a better mouse first. Make the perfect mouse first before you can make the perfect human. Try to make a perfect mouse. How about you try that, big mouth?
Right.
No, they can't even make a perfect mouse. So how they gonna make a perfect human? A better human? But see, this stuff they talking is the same stuff that they talked about in Nazi Germany. Before the rise of the Third Reich or the Nazi Party. That's what they idea. We're going to make a better human. We're going to do this. We're going to have perfection. That's the same stuff they were talking about. But what did they end up with? Drug-addled soldiers.
Oh, they were feeding this.
They were feeding them drugs. That's all they were doing. They weren't perfected. They were drug-addled and fearful. That's the perfect Germans they made. High on amphetamines for half the war.
I've seen those videos of them, like on different concoctions, losing their minds.
Yeah, man. Don't believe these crackers. They lie all the time to keep you off balance. All right, to instill fear, uncertainty, and doubt, anxiety, and depression in you to make you more controllable. All right. And the less attached you are to your culture, which is yourself, the more vulnerable you are to those tactics.
Can I say that with the culture aspect, I think it's even more profound because we take what they offer as just, culture is a superficial thing. But I think culture, when it's real, is rooted to your nature as a people. So our nature is not like their nature.
Absolutely. See, and that's the point. The point is that this is why you have that's why you suffer from this disorder. You're seeking approval in a nature that's not your own. You don't run your iPhone on Android OS. iPhone runs iOS. That's the operating system for the iPhone. It's iOS. For your Android phone, it's Android OS. You can't run black people can't run the Europeans' operating system on it. Their culture don't work for us. It's going to destroy us.
Right.
All right. They're not rooted in the universe like we are. They're outcasts. They can't sit in the sun like you can. They're not connected to the origin of the heavens and the earth. They don't have the galactic connection or the solar connection. All right. They don't have those two clocks. You're connected to the galactic. You're on a galactic clock. You're in tune with the 25,000 year cycle. That's you. That's your time. You have every cell in your body vibrates at a frequency. All right. Every cell in your body vibrates at a frequency. If the frequency is wrong, the cell's not going to develop properly. All right.
Right.
You taking in some dude's diet, nutrition, ideas, lifestyle that got here after the cataclysm, that's not on your galactic time, all on your solar time. You taking that vibration into it, that's taking in of death. All right. It's going to destroy you mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right. This is what you're dealing with all this anxiety, depression, and suicide. All right. This is the root of this. You are taking in a program or an operating system that does not operate in your body.
Right. And it causes
dysfunction,
dysfunction,
and failure and death.
Right. And doubt, self-doubt.
And doubt. Of course it's
because
doubt.
You're like, if I'm not good at this, what am I good at?
Yeah.
And being
so
yourself.
what you're talking about, when we're talking about this anxiety and this depression and even suicide, these are your responses to your oppression. These are responses to your oppression. They come out as anger, sadness, insecurity, fear, anxiety, doubt, grief, depression, homosexuality. These are your responses to your taking in somebody else's programming or somebody else's culture, somebody else's way of life. That's all we dealing with here. All right?
Wow.
Yo, we making some bricks up in here now. You know what I'm saying? This, we gonna bust these bricks up in here because we tripping over this little stuff and we can't get to where we need to be.
Right.
Because we tripping over little stuff. We getting distracted. You let the nigga will distract you with Kyle Rittenhouse or Jay-Z crying or whatever happened. We got too many distractions, people.
Yeah, they throwing them out fast and furious.
Let me tell you something. A man without a stable home is not a stable man. Let me repeat that. A man without a stable home is not a stable man. It's impossible. It's impossible. All right? So they got you focusing on the outside like you're going to go get $1 billion and build a business while your family's going to hell, but I'm going to get money for them. But the family's in disorder. You cannot have any strength in that home. You cannot build from that type of foundation. Right. All right? Your home has to be in order. All right? Your queen got to be in alignment with you. All right? That way she could put the children in alignment. That's why you all out of order. You're looking for solace. You're looking for activity. You're looking for appreciation, reward outside. The only appreciation, only rewards you're going to get is inside with your people.
And it's also impulsively driven. You want a 50-second. I'm not saying everybody, but a whole lot of people are driven by superficial tidbits of what.
Somebody else's culture. Yes.
Yeah, somebody else's
value system. Yes. That's not your value system. Like I said, you're running somebody else's program on your computer, bro. That's why you ain't being. That's why our communities are like this. That's why your family's in disarray. That's why you can't really get the power you're supposed to get out of the black woman because you're running the wrong program. She can't help you. You run the wrong program, bro. And you can't get free of your dis-ease because you're running the wrong program. Right? Huh? Bro, this is really simple. All right? Now, we're going to get to this depression thing, but there's a couple of points I wanted to make. I want to make sure I got this right because we ain't going to be here long. This is just something for you to dwell on so we can get this right. All right? When we're going back to culture, a culture has to do 3 things: define you, define reality, and solve your problems.
Well,
you heard me? A culture got to do 3 things: define you, define reality, not fantasy,
not fantasy,
reality, and solve your problems. So what culture you got? Hip hop culture? Is hip hop culture? Hell no. Is the frat culture? No. Is Greek fraternities culture? Hell no.
Mm.
All right? They're not solving no problems. The biggest problem is you don't know who you are. All right? So you're taking on all these false identities, which leads you to be suffer from multiple personality disorder.
Because it's not solving the
And
problem.
they're all the wrong identity. That means you're running the wrong program. It's going to cause you anxiety, depression, and some people are going to want to get out of it because of the pain and commit suicide.
Mm.
All right?
Mm.
Fam.
Mm.
Yo, this is crazy. This is this cycle. See, they got us in this boot loop, fam. You ever pick up your phone up? Tech guys know this. You try to do something for your phone, maybe root it or something like that, and you're trying to, you put it on the computer, you put the new OS in there, stuff like that. You finally got to start, you turn that sucker on and like, bam, it starts, and then it goes, boop, then it starts again. Then it starts again. Then it starts again. That's called a boot loop. It's just stuck in this boot loop. It's just booting. That's where you at. We in this boot loop. We're in this boot loop because we can't get into our own culture and our own natural way of life. We're not moving on our own vibration. All right. We're not in alignment with the galaxy, let alone the universe. You're not in alignment with the solar system. Stop it. We're not aligned with the solar system.
Right.
Matter of fact, most of us niggas ain't even on the moon phase. You ain't in line with the moon. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you so far gone that you think Henny is good for you. Hennessy. You think Hennessy is good. I'm gonna give me a little Henny and feel good. You think that's feeling good.
Mm.
You think frying your brain cells is a solution to something.
Mm.
You think inhaling smoke into your lungs, all right, filling your lungs with oil, which clogging up your ability to breathe in oxygen, is going to help you. It's fighting cancer. Your niggas think that's fighting cancer. Oh, no, weed is good for you. Bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, smoking, you don't smoke anything. Matter of fact, go into the next burning building and suck that up if you think smoke is good for you. All right? Bro, we have to get back into alignment with ourselves and our nature. That's what we're talking about here. That's ultimately what's going on. All right? When we're dealing with the body, you have to deal with biochemistry. That means you got to deal with your diet. All right? Mm-hmm. You have to understand most people that suffer from a lot of anxiety are depleted nutritionally. All right? Of course, you're not eating right. Everything is fried. Everything is depleted. All right? Everything is sweet. You're not taking any type of supplementation. You are nutritionally depleted. I guarantee you, 95% of people walking down the street are nutritionally depleted. Yeah. Everybody going to the Chinese restaurants is nutritionally depleted. Oh, yeah. Everybody buying fruit from the dollar store is nutritionally depleted. Yeah. Everybody eating at the local diner is nutritionally depleted. I can damn near guarantee you. Yeah. All right? Because if you're not nutritionally depleted, then you're going to be much more concerned about where you go get your food. Ooh, yes. Because your lack of nutrition makes you make bad choices. You can't even think straight if your nutrition is not right. Because your lack of nutrition will make you give into cravings. I'm craving sugar. I'm craving salt. I'm craving crunch. I'm craving something bready. Because all those cravings represent something wrong with your body.
I have to add that you're so right. And even beyond just the foods that you're taking in, the activities that you engage in, because I see that palpably in my life when I work out. If I don't work out for successive days in a row, my ability to resist my cravings is almost removed altogether.
Exactly.
But once I fortify that in my body, when my cells, I can feel the joy they have, where they're like, oh, good, she's using us, she's doing something. And then for the whole day, I have a better ability to say, no, I'm not going to die without that.
That's right. And as a matter of fact, on that note, let's get to some solutions right quick, because we ain't got to go through all of this. I could talk about this situation forever because it's intricate. Excuse me. But we can go back to that. All right. The things you need to overcome anxiety and depression first and foremost, is called, as a human being, as an Aboriginal person, you need sunlight.
Yes.
Depressed people don't like to go outside.
Mm.
They'll stay in a house in a dark room for a week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They need sunlight. First and foremost. They need fresh air. You need fresh air. You must, if you suffer from anxiety and depression, you must force yourself to get at least an hour of sunlight every day. All right? You must force yourself to walk 2 miles a day. That means get up and move your body. All right?
And 2 miles isn't really that
2 miles is nothing.
Yeah.
You can go and walk down and get yourself a tea with some honey in it or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Walk down and see. You see? See, the problem is that this society now makes you even lazier because you got people bringing food to your doors and stuff.
Right.
It's funny. I grew up in the projects in Brooklyn. Nobody was delivering nothing to us. Chinese restaurant across the street, they wasn't delivering nothing to us. So it's like,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
You talking about
my time in
like
Red Hook,
Lupe make that song Deliver, man. Man, they ain't never delivered the money. The pizza man don't come here no more. The pizza man never came
The
to our door.
Chinese man never
They
came.
never came at all. They no more. They never came at all. Right? So we had to get up and get whatever we wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? You move to these nice black neighborhoods. I mean, even Newark was like, damn, they deliver?
I know.
Like, I think it's delivered.
The first neighborhood I moved to where there was delivery, I was like, I'm in heaven now.
Deliver food?
And they don't even know if I'm going to pay them or not.
Brothers gained 20 pounds that when they move. Right off the bat, you're going to gain 20 pounds. You know what I'm saying? They delivering now. Pizza Hut, you know, you know who this is, right? Yeah, they know you're right. They know what you want. You call so much, they know. You walk out, yeah, okay, we got you double round, extra cheese, blah, blah, blah. That right there.
Wow.
As soon as they know your name, they got you on speed. They got you laid out. They know what you want. You're going to gain 20 pounds. See? But you get up and go get what you need. Stop all this delivery. Stop driving everywhere. Because, see, what's going to happen is your lack of sunshine, your lack of exercise is going to cause you to go into what? Sickness and diabetes and stress.
Right.
All right?
Right.
And like I said, it's going to cause the failure of your immune response also. See? Because remember, you got to have a low immune system or acidic or even an acidic body to give into a whole lot of cravings and a whole lot of anxiety and depression. That makes you acidic. See? The thinking makes you acidic. The acidic thinking makes you crave acidic foods that make your body acidic. And it's a terrible spiral of self-abuse. That's really what it comes down to.
And then that creates a hormonal flow in your body that's based on cortisol.
Exactly. That
and
cortisol.
Adrenaline.
Yes.
And you then equate, because you don't remember where the scene of the accident was, you start to equate those feelings that those hormones give you as you.
Yes.
This is who I am.
Yes.
And you feel that on a constant daily basis.
Yeah.
And you are also trying to fit into a society that you feel you have no control over.
Yeah.
It's almost natural to have an outcome of anxiety and depression. Stop it there. Don't go to the suicide part, because there are cures to be able to explain it so cohesively. Says there are ways that you can improve
and pull
your
yourself
day-to-day
back.
feelings.
We're pulling ourselves back from the breach. That's all we're doing. All right. And with anything, because remember, like I said before, you start getting addicted to that way of thinking. So with any addiction, there's going to be a relapse. So that means, yes, you will fall down and go back into your way of thinking, but you have to find ways you have to know that you can come back out of it. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're going to have a relapse. So you're thinking like this is something lit. A lot of that stuff is related to addiction type responses. Because the body is chemical, and the body creates chemicals based on your emotions, and you start getting addicted to those chemicals, and then you seek more of those chemicals, and you do things to produce those chemicals in the body.
The isolation intensifies that process, because I'm thinking of when I feel less prone to overeat is when I'm in a group of people I
Yes.
love, talking and interacting, and they've made it so that that is far more difficult to
Yes.
do. And that's like a strategic connection for many of us
Yes.
to give us a pathway out of
The
this
depressed
behavior.
person must have a cultural social activity.
Mm.
They must have a cultural dynamic and social activity based on Black folks, melanated peoples. All right?
Mm.
You must have that. You must have something that will help you grow spiritually, because what's missing a lot of these anxiety people suffer from anxiety and depression is they lack any type of spiritual connection to anything.
Mm.
So they have no faith.
Right,
So it's easy to give in to their fears.
right.
See? You got to have a degree of faith so you can have enough faith to go and get that knowledge. And then you ain't got to worry about the faith no more, because you know already. You know now. You know what I'm saying? It's sure. It's assured now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they have to develop faith first. See, children, babies have faith. All right?
Mm.
Nobody tells them to get on that nipple and suck. They understand suck. That milk got to come out one eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
They just going to suck. They going to keep at it. They going to suck, 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 suck. They don't care. There's no book. They don't come out with no book. Insert nipple. Chew. Exactly. They ain't got no book. They on automatic. All right? But their bodies show they have faith. They're going to get the nourishment from mommy. All right? That's why you need to have some faith until you get your legs under you so you can know what's going on with yourself.
I know when I say my morning prayer,
Mhm.
that the whole day has a far more grounded feel. And it's because it's a humbling, just giving and relying on Allah, so that I can then do the things that need to be done rather than going by my impulses.
Yes, because that's going to give you focus. Prayer and meditation will give you focus. That's what it's really designed to do.
Mm.
Prayer and meditation is designed for you to have you have a communication with the Creator, that spirit, that consciousness that controls the universe, that keeps the universe rotating and the sun rotating. This is what you are connected to.
Mm.
All right. Your prayer and meditation helps you connect to these forces, or this being, which is actually you, but that's a whole other story. All right. Connect to yourself so that you can focus on things that have to be done. That's why we don't go and pray for cars and houses.
Mm.
All right.
Mm.
That's nothing to pray for. You pray for the strength to be a better person. You pray to be kinder to your elders. You pray to focus yourself so you can overcome the obstacles ahead of you in life.
Mm.
We don't pray for money. We don't pray for those things. All right.
Mm.
That'll come. All right.
Right.
When you're aligned with the universe, what you need is going to come.
Oh, I was noticing
right.
it was 444.
Yeah. What you need is going to come. All right.
Mm.
So what we're going to deal with, it's like you need that sunlight. You need that exercise. You need that cultural event. You need that cultural communication. You're going to need some spiritual development if you're going to overcome depression. So you might have to join a church or a mosque, or, some type of maybe a service society, any size society of people coming together for some common cause based on our interests.
Mm.
All right.
Yes.
You got to find some people you can converge with, you can meld with, to help you that's not doing that stuff, to help you have a little strength, because you got to be around people with strength that be strong.
Mm.
All right. You can't be strong on your own unless you've been around strong people that taught you how to be strong. All right. So you need to be around a group of people striving towards a goal that helps improve our culture, our families, our lives. You know what I'm saying? You need to be in that type of organization on a regular basis.
Right.
To get your strength together so you can help yourself.
Challenge yourself to be there even at those moments when you're like, okay, I'm bored now.
You need to do these things, because this is going to help give you strength to overcome the obstacles you have to overcome. Let's keep it real.
Right.
All right. So you need that. I got the diet. That's parts of your diet. Remember, sunlight is diet, like we were taught. Sun is nutrition.
We're walking plants.
Air is nutrition. Exactly.
Right.
These are nutrition for you. This is all exercise to be nutrition too. If you do it
right.
Right.
Because it's feeding me a hormonal influx.
You have to understand what we're dealing with here.
Right.
This is no joke. Your body is perfect.
Mm.
Your body is made perfect. That's why they work so hard to destroy it. That's why they took all the food and denatured it.
Right. They
To
put
make it
GMOs
easier
and
to
they didn't
control.
ask
Yeah,
anybody.
it makes it easier to you to control.
Mm.
People filled with fear and anxiety and doubt are easier to control.
Right. Because they're going to
Yeah.
run to whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all. This is part of the program to control you. That's really what it is. Mhm. And some are more vulnerable to it than the others. Now you got people that are, you got people that they just basically clueless. They just happy about everything. They don't think about nothing.
Right.
This stuff don't bother them. You know what I'm saying? This
Right,
stuff don't bother them.
right,
They're just
right,
happy to have a
right.
beer. You know what I'm saying? Go watch some. They just happy. Like, I forgot the term they called it in Goodfellas. It's like you just happy to be an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Just, whatever. You just tell them and they're good. You know what I'm saying? But then you got those people that are thinkers.
Right.
See, they thinking.
Woo!
And they see that something's freaking wrong here, but they can't put their finger on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That was my whole childhood.
They can't put their finger on this thing.
Woo.
But something's wrong here. All right? Those are the ones that's going to suffer most from this anxiety, depression, and possible suicide. All right? Happy-go-luckies or people that don't think about stuff, they ain't going to think about it. They good. They just want to have their little feelings met and they all right.
Right.
The thinkers, they need things. They need to know how shit work. They got to figure things out. Things. No, this is not. No, it's going to bug them. And if you mix that type of mentality with a bad diet, you're going to be OCD.
Ooh.
You're going to be prone to breakdowns and spasms because something's not right. So you're going to get freak out.
Right.
Because you're nutritionally depleted. You got no selenium. You got no B vitamins. You got no GABA. You got no magnesium, calcium. All that stuff is out of you. You a freaking mess.
Oh, King, I gotta add. I'm sorry. You're just making so much sense. The selenium. I read an article where they'll take one person out of 5 million who had some sort of bad response and put it up there to fearmonger everybody. So selenium, which is a key nutrient that you only need it in small amounts.
Yeah.
They had this woman who her husband was giving her, they said, too much selenium.
But if they're white people, they don't need it. They don't have it. That's what I'm saying.
I know, that's
we
true.
have selenium at the center of our melanin.
In the center of our melanin.
They don't have that.
I know. But I looked at that
article. Yeah, that's bad for them. They can't take too much.
Well, but still, I looked at the article and how they were entreating through it people to, now I could see all the people who go to the, whatever vitamins and, oh, I heard that selenium's dangerous.
Yeah.
When you need that, you need that. And I mean, you could get it out of Brazil nuts.
Yes.
But I'm just saying in terms of its integral function in our mental balance, in also curing cancer, preventing cancer. It's like that's what these dudes do.
Yeah. Yo, check this out. We on anxiety, depression, and suicide. All right. We ain't having no religious arguments today. Matter of fact, religion died March 2020, when they all went down and served massa, when they all bent down to the beast and closed their churches, that's when religion died. So religion's over. All right? It's natural law time now. That's why we're talking about the galactic clock and the universal clock, the clock of the universe. Those cycles, those are beyond your religion. That's nature.
Yeah.
All right? That's what we into now. So you can take all that religious arguments out of here. All right, because we'll beat you up on that too. I just ain't got time for that. All right, and it's not even necessary anymore because they've all bowed down to the beast, so there's no need to talk about religion.
Right.
All right. So, but the point, like sister, we're talking about those things. We're talking about
what happened to Brother Truth Seeker.
I don't know.
I just want to. Okay, I can't. Oh, I know why I can't see because I'm on my other channel.
Yeah, well, we're talking about.
Go ahead, King.
We're talking about we were talking about the nutrition, which you're missing. When you're missing glycine, you're going to have a lot of anxiety. When you're low on glycine, you have no taurine. Low on taurine, you're going to have you're prone to convulsions. Without GABA, you're going to have lack of self-control. You know what I mean? These are all the things that people that have a lot of anxiety, they suffer from.
Right.
And believe it or not, the anxiety that they have, the anxiety they have actually helps deplete whatever little bit they have left. You know what I'm saying? Because the fear, anxiety, and grief that they go through depletes them nutritionally.
Okay. I just want to say, Brother Bug Shelton, Brother Truth Seeker is amazing. I don't know if you brothers were having a disagreement, and I'm so sorry about that. I wish there was some way that I could change that. But Brother Truth Seeker is like, family up on here. And so are you too, Brother Bug Shelton. So I know sometimes disagreements can happen, and I hope you two can resolve whatever would cause you to delete Brother Truth Seeker's message. I don't know, and I'm not going to go and look back at the whole thing, and hopefully, we'll be able to resolve
work that out.
Yeah,
work that out. But ultimately, I mean, it's 4:52. I don't want to take too much time because I know people's attention spans can be distracted nowadays. So I don't like to hit you with too much. But suffice to say, there's much more to be said on the subject.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Like you said, you could talk forever about
But
this.
I mean, I
so
want to
many
make sure that you know some of these things, but we also have solutions for these things. And we also have counselings for these issues. Right? You should be able to contact me. You can DM me on Instagram. I'm at 25,000 Year Cycle on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, and it's 25,000 Year Cycle. All right. I'm on Tumblr at Message to the Messenger on Tumblr. All right. Contact us because we're gonna be doing counseling for people, one-on-one counseling for these type of subjects. Because we know there's somebody in your family suffering from this. There's somebody, all of our family suffer from fear. They suffer from anxiety, depression, and possibly suicide. We don't want to let it get to depression and suicide, family. All right. Remember, these are emotions we're dealing with. We want to be able to stop them, help them learn to stop, but they won't be able to do it unless they're willing to listen. All right. We can't help people that don't want to listen. You have to be willing to follow instructions, and you have to be able to take charge. You have to want to take charge of your life because it's really your responsibility. Because if you go to your therapist, all right, they're not going to give you
an
education. They're not going to give you an education. They're not going to give you, that's something I wanted to say. They're not going to give you an education. They're going to give you medication. All right. Because depression is not a disease. It's not a mental illness. It's an industry.
Ooh.
All right. They make billions of dollars off this industry every year.
Dang. Right.
All right. It's an industry because they call it a mental disease when depression is just a mood. It's not a mental disease. All right. Most of these people that suffer depression, they know the difference between right from wrong. They know these things. Just they're suffering from low opinion of themselves, based on guilt usually, or misunderstanding. With Black folk, it's usually us trying to fit our round asses into these square holes that they call white society. All right. There's no place for you in their society. Right. So you trying to force yourself into these spots is going to cause you a lot of anxiety. Right. All right. You're going to have to let that go.
I don't know how many people I see who think that the materialism, if they get those accolades, the sheepskin, it's going to solve all their problems.
Because they are committing suicide also.
Yes.
You've got people out here that got the house, they got the car, they got 2.5 babies. You know what I'm saying? They got everything. They got the degrees. They got jobs. And you come home and they've committed suicide.
Ain't that something?
It's happening every day in the Black community. And I've come to understand that the community with the highest level of teenage suicide is the Black community.
I wanted to not believe that was the case, but I'm seeing how they're working on our youth.
But you have to understand, since we are our greatest advantage, or what's easily used against us, the melanin. The melanin is basically a carbon. Carbon is something that bonds with, is the most, they call it covalent, right? A covalent, right?
Covalent bond.
It bonds with, it's the best bonder in the universe.
Yeah, it is.
But it'll bond with negative thoughts. It'll bond with drug addiction.
Wow, that's
It'll bond with depression.
Because when we are dysfunctional, we are some of the
Yeah.
best
So
dysfunctional
that
people out
melanin,
there.
that biochemical key to life, as Dr. Africa taught us, that stuff is powerful.
Right.
If you don't protect it, it can become your greatest enemy. The white folks, they have been manipulating your melanin. All the drugs manipulate your melanin. That's the only way drugs work.
The food even is
The-
just pivoted on
For
like
the psychotic medication is what they call a serotonin reuptake inhibitors.
Yeah.
Yes, what is serotonin? What is melatonin? That's all related to your melanin.
Right.
They're controlling your ups and your downs. That's all it does.
Right.
It's controlling the melanin.
Mm.
Serotonin is your go. Melatonin is your lay back.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They
Mm.
control that. They mess up your cycle. That's why they always have to up the most dosage more and more and more every few months.
Right.
Because the body keeps trying to correct itself from this interference in its natural cycle of serotonin and melatonin.
And they destroyed their own.
And you've got a perfect body
right.
that you are manipulating beasts, troglodytes manipulate. They don't know nothing about your body. They can tell you what it's doing. They can tell you this degree. They'll tell you all the chemicals and stuff like that.
Oh, they're good at
they'll
that.
break all that shit down.
Mm.
They'll tell you the Latin. They'll tell you the Greek. They'll tell you the chemicals. They act like they know what they're doing, but they don't know how to deal with you because they are not on your cycle. They're not in your rhythm. They're in a different dimension.
Mm.
They're living in a different dimension. And their dimension is finite, while your dimension is infinite. Right. Their cures do not even help them.
Yeah.
So how can they possibly help you? All right. Come back to your own. All right. That's why we starting this radical holistic health network. So you can come back to your own for your own healing. We have our own healing modalities.
That is so needed.
For you and for us. We have our own healing modality, our own ways of helping each other. Made for us.
Right.
All right. Come back home so you can stop suffering. All right. Come back home. What did Master Prophet Muhammad tell us? Accept your own and be yourself. Right. That's the key. Accept your own and be yourself.
And isn't that such a comforting thought? Come back home. And when I think about that, I think about us and being someplace that's not about posturing and it's just about being welcome.
Yes.
And knowing nobody's going to turn you down.
That's right. No, we'll turn down that BS now.
Yeah, the BS
that ain't coming.
Thing.
Don't bring that home. Don't bring that home. Leave that away. We don't want that. We don't want the world. All right. We don't want that world in us. Right. That's what's going on. That's why all our organizations are falling apart, because we bring the world into the organization. We bring the backbiting, the anxiety, the fear, the jealousy, the greed. We bring all that into the organization, trying to call it black. No.
Right.
No.
Right.
That destroys the organization. That's disunity. We got to destroy those who bring disunity. Right. We cast you out, fam.
Right.
We're going to cast you out.
Right.
Donald Elijah Muhammad did not play that. You act up, you out. You're going to get 3 months out, 3 years out, 7 years out, whatever. We're going to cast you out. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't let you poison the other people. Because as G. Eric Griffin said, I can't keep repeating that. He said, COVID is not a disease. It's an idea. It's an idea that they've infected everybody with. All right? But it's all right. They always infect. All they do is infect you with ideas. That's their culture. It's an idea. It's designed to infect you. It spread like a virus into your system and take over your organs.
The first thought-born cancer.
Yes. It take over your organs and kill you from the inside out.
Yeah. And
destroy you from the inside out. Turn you inside out. Because what this Schopenhauer said, there ain't no such thing as a white man. It's only a bleached out black man. All right? But the point is that, we're going to de-bleach. We want to de-bleach y'all. All right? We want to send you back. We want you to turn back.
Exactly. Remelanate.
Exactly. You need to be remelanated. Not them. You. Because you've had your melanin deactivated. We want to turn your melanin back on. It's a diet to activate your melanin, family. It's a diet to get you back in harmony with the universe. It's a diet to get your cells vibrating at the proper frequency so you could be healed and preserve your life. So we can go back to where it was like in the early 1800s when we was living to 130, 140 here in the United States of America.
Right. You're
Right?
so right. Now they got
Here.
people like Queen Elizabeth living to, you know, I'm like looking at it. She look, all of them, they look so evil.
Nah,
And
exactly.
I'm like,
No,
why
they're
they keep
decrepit.
living? They're siphoning off our energy.
That's right. And we giving it to them.
Yeah.
We giving away our mental, physical, spiritual, and economic energy to outside forces. You wonder why your hood is jacked up.
Mhm.
Everything's going out. Nothing's coming in. Come back home.
Right.
Bring it back home. Another point I wanted to make. But this is the last point I want to make because this is really important. Another reason that we suffer from a lot of anxiety, depression, and suicide as original people is because we fail to respect true Black intelligence.
Ooh.
We don't have no respect for our true Black intelligentsia. I'm not talking about them Negroes with them degrees from white folks. We have Black intelligence, all right? Walking these streets, all right? I remember that nigga Lupe said, well, he ain't going to find that on 125th Street going to help you with no virus. Lupe said that.
I know he
said,
did.
bro,
He's lost his damn mind.
Obviously, you don't have no respect for Black intelligence because we have plenty of stuff on 125th Street would help you with any virus or any disease.
That's
right on
exactly
125th Street, you could have bought at any table to help you get over anything.
Right. Them brothers and sisters would be like, but look, I got
This is
something
what you
for
got to
right
do.
over
And like I said,
here.
they don't even know what they're talking about. And these brothers and sisters is half learned. They're not into no indigenous science, but they know enough to get you over a virus, a disease, a flu,
Right.
a headache.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But since you've been taught to disrespect Black intelligence, which is your innate power and authority, which is bequeathed you from the creator of the heavens and the earth, which is the only thing that's going to get you through this hell that you're going through.
Right.
See, when they were talking about when you go in there and talk about when the Negroes start talking about the virus, and people come on and say, nah, it's such and so. First they say, well, show me your medical degree. Where'd you learn medicine? Yo, I learned medicine because we're the first people here. We are the first one with bodies on this planet. Our medicine goes back to the creation, bro. Where'd they get their degree? If we didn't give it to them, we know it's faulty.
Right.
If Herodotus didn't learn from us, we know he wasn't going to heal nobody.
Right.
See, you got it backwards. Negroes got it backwards. See, they don't respect Black intelligence, even though they talk all that Black stuff when they're trying to get your vote. They know how to talk that Black rhetoric, take peace, God. They say all that nonsense, but they don't believe that.
I know.
They don't respect Black intelligence.
And I don't know how many times I've gone to different people and tried to let them know I know about radiation in great depth. And that's the very question they put to me is, where'd you get your degree from?
Yeah, see with me, that's a disqualification. Oh, you went to white man? You disqualified. I'm not listening to you. You went to school for what? No.
Right. And you know what? That would be accurate because most of them I look and I'm like, what are you teaching? Nothing.
Yeah, that's a disqualification for me.
Right.
If you didn't come from, if you didn't get it from us, that's a disqualification.
Right.
That means that's a guesstimate. All right.
Yeah.
Or most of your doctors are giving you a good guess. I hate to tell you.
Right.
They're giving you a good guess. You come in, they got a checklist, they got 10 points, you hit 3 or 4, maybe you got this. They don't say it like that.
Right. They don't say maybe. They overwhelm you with multisyllabic words.
All they do is tell you, no. All they do is tell you in Latin what you told them in English. Well, I got a problem in my chest, and I gave you, asthma. You have asthma. I got asthma, doc.
Thank you. I feel so much better now.
I got pains in my joints. That sounds like you might have arthritis. Arthritis? You mean inflammation in my joints? Yeah, arthritis. They just tell you in Greek or Latin what the hell you tell. That's all they tell you.
Just said. Yeah.
Oh, it's a trick bag, fam. And you get your 25, they give you a $50 copay, and you pay $300-400 a month out of your check. It's the greatest scam going.
Oh my goodness gracious, right?
It's the greatest scam going. Keep you broke, keep you sick, keep you stupid.
And that's what they're doing now, where all the food, like even if you want to try to go healthier. They make fun of you. They make fun of the lifestyle. Another article I saw where they were talking about how and it's these white girls who are eating what they call pure. I wanted to eat more pure. And then they'll give a list of what they were eating. And I'm like, no, you wanted to eat dead. Where they're like, they want to be so cadaverously skinny.
Yeah.
That they'll eat one apple a day.
That's right.
And how can you equate that with a natural diet where if you're doing it for health, not just so you could look like a skeleton? And that's one of the things that they will then use to bash making a real attempt at getting a healthy life.
That's right. And plant-based meats are overpriced garbage.
Yeah, they are.
Go to the Whole Foods, whatever, and look at the ingredients. They're going to give you 40 cents of ingredients for $10.
And there's also things in there. They can even say organic, and they're allowed to put hexane in it, which is a derivative from odor. I mean, oil from gasoline.
It's 40 cents of ingredients. It's overpriced garbage. It's another way to sell you overpriced crap.
Yeah.
Anything packaged and labeled is overpriced. All right. How do you know it's no good? It has a label on it. That's how you choose. That's how you choose your food. We got a label. You know it's no good for you.
You look up
because apple don't have a label. It's just an apple.
That's true.
Grape, just a grape.
Yeah.
All right. When you get cookies, what it got? See. So that's why to fight depression and anxiety, you have to move away from white flour, white sugar, a lot of breads and sweets. You got to, because those are things that deplete you.
Yeah.
These things are dried out, bleached out chemicals that will further deplete your body of the nutrition you need to maintain your homeostasis or your peace.
Because the processing to make them destroys the nutrients that would be in it, and thereby your body has to rob from itself in order to keep these things from destroying your organs.
Yes, exactly.
So
it's suicidal ultimately. We're gonna have to change our diets. All right. I don't want to hit you hard this diet thing because you're gonna run. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to run.
Yeah.
But that's how serious it is, though. That's how serious it is, because a lot of our stuff we're eating is totally in conflict with our biology.
That's true. Now, I do want to say, Brother Philman, that you can start that way. That's a good way. It's better to start on the road. And one of the best ways is like if you're in the middle of eating all the garbage, you are going to be addicted to it. So add nutrition to your diet before you start taking stuff away, because as soon as you start giving your cells a little bit of what they're really craving, then it'll make it easier. Add, like my king was saying, I don't know if you were here earlier, but a walk on a sunny day. And, if you could go to the park, walk through the park, because the pheromones from all the plant matter there we're meant to be out in nature. And that is going to be part of healing you so that you can then make the next stride to the next level. I would have never in a million years, ever, when I was 20 years old, been able to flip overnight to the regimen that I employ today. I would have just I would have went crazy.
It's shocking. It's shocking to me.
Yeah.
It's shocking because it's a paradigm shift. You know what I'm saying? We really you're pivoting from the light, from the darkness to the light. And you're going to get blinded at first. Right? You're literally walking in darkness because they kept they've covered your eyes. You don't see nothing. Everything they show you is an illusion.
Right.
Designed to trick you and deplete you and rob you of your money, your intellect, your life, basically. So now we're turning you towards the sun, and you're going to get blinded at first. But your eyes will adjust. All right?
Been living in the cave.
And you will, exactly, your eyes will adjust. And you will start becoming nourished again. All right? Like I said, DME, 25,000 year cycle on Instagram, 25,000 year cycle on Facebook, message to the messenger on Tumblr. Contact me. We're going to be doing consultations. If you got people in your family suffering from anxiety, depression, and suicide, We have remedies. If we can't do it, we have other people that we can communicate, we can send you to
Right.
make sure you get what you need, because
Right.
everybody doesn't work with everybody. Styles
That's
make fights. Personalities can clash too in healing.
And you won't even know. You
Exactly.
won't know why you don't care for that person.
Exactly.
You just
So I
don't.
mean, that's why we have options. All right. You ain't got to be stuck on one person. All right. Well, I want to wish you peace and blessings. I took longer than I was supposed to. Maybe it should have been 2 hours, but I don't want to go too long. If you want more information, we can do a part 2, or you can contact me and we'll go hard.
Yeah. I just want to say, I saw your comment, Brother Truth Seeker. YouTube sometimes does funny things, backhanded things, where I've seen that before. They'll silence someone or hide a channel that they know is telling real truthful stuff, and they'll use somebody else's name. So I don't know if that was our brother Buck Shelton. It might not have even been him. I'm just saying. But no matter what, we move on. That's what we do.
That's right. And we do better. Like brother said, I'm gonna do better. We take little steps. Every step you take towards improving yourself or adjusting yourself to a better reality is going to help you.
Yeah, that's our
All right?
sister, Daphne Quinn. Beautiful sister. Thank you so much for your thumbnail, sister. That gets that guidance out there, because that book is not for me. It's for us. So I really appreciate you having that as your thumbnail.
All right, yo.
Peace.
I'm going to bounce. Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. Stay strong. DM us. Ask any questions. You can ask any questions you want, and we'll get back to you. You can email Queen. Peace.
Peace.